This afternoon, I'm going to talk to you about 3 shootings that we had in the downtown east side over the last 15 hours. The first one, and you may have already gotten the details in the email that went out, the first shooting occurred at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon at Hastings and Dunlevy. And this involved a 50-year-old Surrey man that was injured, serious injuries for him. The second one was a couple hours later at Pender and Abbott. The victims in this one were a 28-year-old Langley man and a 25-year-old Surrey man. Again, serious injuries for those two. And the third shooting occurred this morning at 6:30 in the morning at Hastings and Abbott. And this involved a 50-year-old Vancouver man who's also been taken to hospital. So at this stage, we don't have any arrests. We're trying to determine whether the 3 shootings are linked. And I can tell you that some of the things that are going to take place that you're going to see in the downtown east side is an increased officer presence. We've also had our gang crime officers that have been moved down in the downtown east side, drug unit investigators. We've also talked about our public safety camera that we're looking at deploying in the downtown east side as well. This is a camera that is stationary. It sits out there, and what it does is it records information activity that's going on in that specific area. We put it out in high-risk locations where we see that there's a definite need based on public safety concerns, which this is. Year to date, we've had over 700 calls for service in one city block, which these are astonishing numbers. Anywhere in the city where you're having this many calls for service, either staff or the residents nearby or those that are in the encampment are calling police for the most serious cases. And we're talking sex assaults, stabbings, shootings, overdoses. So very serious incidents that are taking place in Oppenheimer Park. And where the concern is that Oppenheimer Park right now is acting like a magnet. It's drawing the criminal element into the park that was otherwise untapped, didn't exist before. What's occurring in this instance is that it's drawing our police resources over to Oppenheimer and virtually leaving the downtown east side unchecked, unpoliced. And that's where the issues are with how Oppenheimer has a direct nexus to the level of violence that's going on in our city right now.
All 4 victims appear to be targeted at this time. We're not releasing any information regarding who they are other than stating their ages and where the cities that they originate from.